Let's go by and get down. Real slick, man. I hope the kids ain't around. It's funny Tuesdays.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to yet again another beautiful morning here at Checking These Buttons. Thank you guys for tuning in. It is HT, once again the most glorious day of the week. Let's get it. All right, ladies and to the gents, as you know, ever since Evo, it appears, there's been a lot of stories to break. People coming forward, people getting exposed. As you know, just on Sunday, we did a whole piece about spreading awareness for sexual harassment, how to treat people better, all around, just pretty much spreading more love.
I love you, dude. I love you, bro Montana. I love you, Holmes. I love you, Broseph Goebbels.
And at that time, I got to admit, it seemed that, thankfully it was dying down. And then another story came out on a different topic, and the FGC was coming out with a code of conduct. They're like, yo, we're going to let you guys know that we got this code of conduct. You guys got to understand how to treat people better because we're not going to stand for this. And the one that made me laugh was GLLTY, who's like, in light of recent events, here's an update to ours. And when you click on it, it just says, stop being an asshole. So real talk, there's been a lot of negative things that have happened within the last week in the FGC, and a lot of people are realizing that, like, what the hell is going on? But on the brighter side, a lot of beautiful people, a lot of beautiful things have happened because people are standing up more than ever, like, yo, zero tolerance, we're not gonna accept it. And then just yesterday, some more awareness broke. This one actually surrounds the well-known Street Fighter player by the name of GLLTY. A lot of you know who GLLTY is, of course. She has a huge following. She was on the reality show, on the house, I believe it was on, what was it, on like TBS. She was actually just selected to be in the Street Fighter League as well. And then just yesterday, she actually came forward to pretty much admit some wrongdoings in the past. So this starts right here with Yohozi that posted, will publicly say that GLLTY touched me inappropriately and publicly during CEO 2015, have heard warnings from other women since, burned the incident from my memory until she tried to get ahead of the controversy and apologized, and then I remembered the event. Very cool. She continues on right here saying, kept it to myself because I'm not going to blow someone up, but if an apology from her is public, I might as well speak up so it's not seen as just weird. Why'd you say that? I don't want to talk about it, so I'm just going to enter and leave the discourse. And the GLLTY responds to this saying, if situations like this happen to anyone at any of my events, please do not hesitate to find me or contact me through my many avenues available to bring it to my attention. It will remain private at your discretion of how you would want to move forward. And then on GLLTY side, this is the apology right here that people were referring to. This is pretty much what started the conversation. So GLLTY posts this saying, taking ownership of my own actions is the first step. I think I've grown past a lot of my poor choices in a lot of ways, but even after forgiveness or exoneration, there's always the memory of past actions. It's something to pay penance for, but I can't undo how others felt. As a direct result of me, I'm collecting my thoughts on the moment, but I think taking an exit is a necessary choice. If you've contributed as I have to the problems within the FGC, I hope you will sack up and do the same. She goes on right here saying, I've flirted with a lot of women, and in more than one instance, I have made them feel uncomfortable. I've made mistakes with boundaries, and I'm aware I've hurt people. A lot going on with regards to safety and comfort in event spaces. I've received a lot of harassment, but I've also contributed to the toxic environment in my own ways. I'm sorry both to those who believed in me and also to those I've affected negatively or made them not want to return to events. It's my obligation to take responsibility. I'm not sure what to do next. So on one hand, you definitely have GLLTY coming out, accepting responsibility and kind of saying, even though people are not really talking about me, I'd like to publicly admit these things and also say that I'm doing better. But even with that in mind, I feel like it might be best to take an exit. And on the other hand, you have, of course, a whole bunch of mixed emotions ranging from thank you for admitting this, some saying we have your back, and others saying thank you, but also, even though you admitted this, we're still gonna need some kind of justice. So real talk, like she was saying, I don't really know what happens from here as far as like, what her future plans, tournaments, also the Street Fighter League. If she's leaving, what exactly happens with all of that? And on that note, I know a lot of you are like, man, what's up with all this negative energy since Evo? It seems like a lot of stories have been hitting the fan and, it's just kind of making the scene look bad. But in a way, I would think that it almost makes it look positive. Hang with me for a second, because now all these things that they've been happening, if you think about it, they've been here this whole time, but they were in the shadows. Now they're finally coming to the surface. We're dealing with them in order to get certain individuals justice, and ultimately we're just making it a safer FGC. Thank you guys once again for watching. See you bright and early tomorrow morning. Peace.
blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
You hear about sexual harassment on TV, and it makes the headlines in newspapers.
In some instances, the harassment may be verbal.
Word around the office is you've got a fat cock.
Yes, I do.
I've got a fat cock too. Maybe we should rub our fat cocks together sometime. Maybe a little oil. 2 fat cocks. Together. Oil.
It smells like vagina in here.
Excuse me?
It smells like fresh vagina in here.